All right. Hey. Welcome to Free Focus Dance. I'm Push.
Mio.
And we're going to give you guys some tips and tricks on dance. Today's subject is... Yeah, it was you. This is episode 5, and we're going to do some tips on dance performances. So when you are performing, things you should know, things that you might feel, and whatever, and we're going to help you through that. Okay? This is going to be more for, beginner dancers, but more when you're at the stage of first performing. It can help you even if you perform a lot.
See you.
Yes, because it was updating. It was a great start. Okay, here we go. So, first up, we'll get right into it. There's different types of performing, so I'll break them down real quick so you understand there's not just one type of performing, but there's a few. So we have, the most common is probably what you're thinking of is being on stage, live stage performances, but those can also be broken down a little bit more. We have, maybe if you're just doing a solo, just you, there's some music playing and it's just you doing a solo. Maybe you're just part of a bigger showcase, or you're with a group and you're doing a whole dance showcase. Okay, and that's just dancer-focused showcases, where the dancers are the stars, and then maybe just music playing. Sometimes you have a DJ. The other part of that would be, you're probably going to also, dance would probably be the main focus also, but there's going to be a live band. So the band's focused, but you're still front and center. Sometimes there's a singer, sometimes not, but usually you have a lot of attention on you. So there's just the dancers, and then there's dancers with a band. You got to pay attention to the people playing and the instruments, and that can be more complex. And then there is when you are doing it as like a backup dancer, probably most likely for a singer, some sort of artist, and you're doing more backup dancing. So you're not the main focus, but you're still on stage, right? Then we have the second category, which would be music videos. Okay, music videos are pretty particular. Just like on stage, you'd be doing something with the singer, the artist, and then the backup dancing. Sometimes you're going to get, most of the time you'll have insert shots of just the dancers, maybe solos and stuff like that. It's a little bit different. You're also going to do more takes overall. And then the biggest thing is that most of these will be cut up, kind of randomly. It really depends on the music and the editor's style, but it's kind of random. So you don't know, you can say, how things always work out for music videos.
Oh, I mean, you did it too.
Yeah, but I don't do that many music videos, so I'm more live performance. So.
Well, that's a good point of the music video is we can do so many times. So even if you messed up, it doesn't matter. We can do like the retake like 50 times, 100 times, whatever. So that's a good point. And then, but the bad point is editor or the artist gonna pick which the part they're gonna use for dancers. So sometime they're gonna pick a really, I don't want to say shitty part, but even like we are not full out, but if they like it, they're gonna take it. But we really don't like that part, but they don't care. So that's the kind of bad part too. But it's fun.
And then there's the other category, which is pretty similar to music video, which would be your commercial narrative stuff. So it's not live performance, but it's a performance, and it's going to be done on camera. You'll get multiple takes. If it's a commercial or something that's narrative, like a movie or a short film or something like that, they're going to be more specific about the shot. So you'll get to do it a whole bunch of times, depending on how much time they have, but you'll be able to do it multiple times at least. And they're really looking for a particular shot.
Yeah.
So you kind of... This is...
No, it says no signal.
I know, but we're still live, but give us a second. We're trying it with a new camera. Oh, and then we got pandas in the thing. Is this on?
Are we back?
Okay, yeah, we're back. Okay.
Great.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're back.
I gotta fix this. Maybe this is gonna happen a lot.
That's not good.
Yep, that's not good. Sorry, we're trying to get better quality.
We can see this one though.
Yeah, we can.
Well, now you can see how many batteries we have.
Yeah, exactly. Let me try to fix this.
Took out only 2 people. That means maybe us.
Yeah, well, there's gonna be a lot of editing happening with this one.
Yeah.
It's like a test stream.
Dee 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 dee.
Why is I can't even see this one? Boom.
What's going on though?
Well, it won't show it to me. Ah, okay, well, we're gonna have to deal with that for now. I'm not sure how to get rid of it.
Okay.
So anyway, we'll cut this. Let me put this up a little bit. GoPro is not a good streaming camera apparently. Okay, so anyway, so we have the commercial narrative, and we'll do a lot more takes, but they're very focused on how those shots come out. So it's really particular,
4 people, so.
unlike the music video. Okay, so getting right into some more tips, we'll start with the most basic one. We kind of covered this in one of our other episodes, but when you're nervous on stage, so what I usually do is I try to breathe. That's my biggest one, is I try to breathe and know that once I get on stage, usually after you've been doing it, it'll go away. It's usually just there for the beginning, and you kind of too focus and go away. But usually breathing kind of bring you down and go right before. Breathe when you're on stage, and then go on stage. And that usually helps me the most.
That works, yeah. For me, I'm just talking to myself, like, I can do it, or I cannot do it. You know, like, I can do. Because everyone watching me, I'm the main dancer, even if I'm not a main dancer, but I'm talking to myself. That's how I do, usually.
Okay. So, pretty easy. We went over that also before, so we won't do too much of it. But yeah, you're going to get nervous. Just breathe.
Of course, that's fine.
You listen to some music, and it'll go away. You'll be too focused on stage, hopefully. All right, next up is don't lose your mojo. And what I mean by this is a lot of people, when they're about to perform, they're getting really excited. It's really, you get all those, right before you get nervous, you get really excited, right? You get all that adrenaline going through you. And a lot of people want to, especially when they're warming up, they just start doing. They just start. They just start going off, They're going full out, and they're really they're using up all their energy, basically, and they're losing that good vibe, that mojo, and they're just letting it all go away. And then when they get on stage, they're kind of tired, they did it full out already, and it decreases. You have that happen? Or?
Well, it's especially new people, I can say, they cannot control themselves. Yeah. So they really, even if they have a rehearsal right before and we start the show, they're gonna full out right before. So don't do it. You're gonna be tired because you're gonna be full out very soon anyway on the stage. So just keep your energy and just relax, and that's it. Don't go so hard.
Exactly. And speaking of that,
you have to go hard on the stage. So just keep your energy. That's it.
And then, of course, you want to stretch before.
Of course.
Don't overstretch. Just stretch where you're.
What's the overstretch? Like too much?
Trying to get flexibility, really trying to go for it, and then you might hurt something right before. So just a normal, good, easy stretch. And then be warmed up. Warming up is really important. You want to stay warm. You don't want to warm up, kind of go over your stuff. We call it marking, where you're going over your choreography or what you're going to do. It's good. Just don't go full out. Just do it a little bit. Make sure you know what your markings are.
That's really important.
Yep. Yeah. And then don't let yourself cool down right before you go on. Most people are just going to cool down. Just keep moving. Just keep.
But don't get tired.
Yeah. Don't get tired. Just trying to keep warm.
Yeah.
Right? Don't lose your mojo and don't cool down. You're trying to balance right in the middle. Okay? So, moving on. We're going to keep this quick because I don't know how long this camera is going to last.
It says 81%, so it should be fine.
I know, but I think if I keep touching the back, I'm hoping that's this. I don't know. Hoping GoPro. Come on. All right, here we go. So, if you have any questions, let us know in the comments, and we'll get to those at the end. All right? So, moving on. If you have a prop, let's say a hat or something, or a ball or hoop, something.
Ball?
I don't know.
For a dancer?
Some people have weird things.
Yeah, have the candy cane for a Christmas show.
Yeah. Okay, I usually wear a hat. Big thing is hat.
Or some like the clothes for like wearing that.
Or glasses
maybe. Glasses.
Or
the gloves.
Yeah.
And some the ribbons. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Whatever props you have.
Or belt.
You want to.
I mean, especially girls, we have a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for boys, especially breakers, hip hop dancers, hats are really big. Make sure that it's tight on your head.
Some earrings.
But even if your hat's really tight or your props are really secure, there's always that chance that it's gonna go flying off. And
yes.
Sometimes you need it. Sometimes it's just like a hat. Maybe you don't actually need the hat. It just adds, you know. And so you can think about what you're gonna do with that. Do I pick it back up? Do I kick it to the side? You know. If there's other people, they might do something with it too. They might kick it to the side. They might try to hand it to you. It depends on. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't pick it up and go out of character to hand a hat.
Too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also the audience will watch that, so they're gonna focus on your stuff. Yeah, they're gonna focus on it. So, what was it? Oh, that's a hat, and that means they don't watch our dance that time. So just.
Yeah.
You know, like a pick up and then do something with it. Yeah. So you can stop the dance, right? What do you think though? I usually do. I just stop the dance and then it's not like a walking and then pick up, but just kind of slightly dancing and then just pick. And then back to the
I was gonna say don't stop the dance.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna say it later.
You kind of want to blend in your dance.
Yeah. So
keep it up, but try to.
Yeah. You
might have a certain time. Yeah. If you don't need the prop right away, maybe you should have it. But try to do something if you know, okay, there's a turn coming up or a transition. Use that time to pick it up. Try to make it as clean as possible.
Yeah.
You know?
But don't just keep it on the floor so long. They're going to watch it. They're going to really focus on the stuff. So
yeah. So pick it up or get it out of the way. Kick it out of the way. Okay? And yeah, next up we have... Oh, but I wanted to just touch on the shoelacing is really good. If your shoes are untied... Either that's going to be distracting too, but wait until you're on the side or try to. It's hard. It's a hard one.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of times where if you're in a group, you're going to be some pose in the back or something like that. Down. Or down. You don't just go down, and that's where you want to do it when you're faced to the back or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the best.
But like, don't move too much.
Yeah.
Oh, go down, and then look around or something. Don't do it. Just focus on one thing and then go slowly.
Either tie it. You gotta tie it really quick, or stuff it in the shoe.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta make it.
I mean,
quick.
the best thing is you have to really tie, super tight before you start.
Tie it.
Yeah, that's the best.
But sometimes things happen. Yeah. You know. Okay. Moving on is don't look down. Okay, so most people, especially when they're new, they're nervous. They're looking down at their feet. This is just general tip when you're dancing and practicing and in class. Don't look down. It just doesn't look bad. It doesn't look good. So look up. And most people, you don't want to make eye contact. If you're on stage, like a live stage, even on films, you'll have a lot of lights. You know, just like we have lights right now. Usually on stage, the audience is blacked out, and you have a lot of lights, so you can't really see their faces anyway. But if you can, try not to look at their faces. You might see your family member or a friend, and
you want to do.
Yeah.
It's two different the type though. They want to see their face, or they really don't want to see their face.
Yeah. I thought most people don't want to see.
See, I want to see.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm always looking for my family.
Really?
Yeah, that makes me more. You know, they're kind of like smiling at me or they're cheering at me, so it's more.
Gives you some energy.
Yeah.
So I usually don't look at anybody because they kind of make me. I feed off of people's energies. I can see through their eyes. So if they're like too engaged or
how that happens, they're your friends or family, right?
Yeah, but
they should like your performance.
I know, but it either makes me more nervous or I can feed off of their energy. Like, are they? I don't know.
Enjoying your performance.
Yeah, sometimes it's too intense, and sometimes it's good, but I can't. It's hard to know because they'll just be.
Sometimes I ask them to come to front.
Oh, wow. It's too different. Wow.
And I do like this sometimes, you know? Like this.
So, you shouldn't do that on stage. Maybe right before, or after.
But I usually like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I think I'm on the bigger side. I think most people don't want it. I think that makes them nervous. I think so,
What do you
but
think?
you gotta let us know in the comments. I tried to just look above everyone's head or try to look through them. You know, like you're looking, but you're actually kind of looking past.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
through
yeah.
something. Or look right here, or their forehead, or their shoulder. You look somewhere that's not their eyes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or past their head. Okay? So that's how I do it.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
But usually it's pretty dark anyway. Yeah, don't.
I mean, depends on the place. If we do the outside.
Yeah.
you see
Well,
it.
I've done a lot of live performances where I'm like, people are right there. People
Yeah.
are standing. You know, it's like a standing performance. So I have nothing but I have to look at people. Usually it's people I don't know, so I don't care if it's people I don't know. It's usually if I know somebody that makes it worse.
If it's a big stage, then probably it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
see the front of people because it's really dark and we have like so many lights behind us. So, I mean, it really depends on people what they're gonna do, or it depends on the place and what time. Coming back to this one too, like a little bit add, like we have to the prop thing.
Okay.
We have to try before we do a performance. If you have a props with hat or whatever, you have to practice with it on the rehearsal.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a given.
What's that?
I thought that was a no-brainer.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not, but yeah, of course, practice with your props and think about what happens.
Yeah, because sometimes they gonna provide us. So even if we don't want to and then never use it, but I have to.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, like we
Yes.
did. Like a glass and sunglasses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had that happen too, actually. And yeah.
I mean, it depends on the performance.
Sometimes you don't got that much time either. It's like an hour before. Oh, I want you to wear this, and I've had that happen actually.
Yeah, that's true.
You just do your best, I guess. But yeah,
Gamate.
try to practice and try to think about if it goes, if it breaks. You know.
Yep.
Okay, so you
Okay,
can
what's
start with
next?
this one.
Keep thinking about the other people
Oh.
on the stage, which is, well, like basically in a group things. We do it in a group. We always have to be on the same line. Is it correct to say? I don't know how to say it.
Be on the same line.
Yeah, like
Oh, I see.
the formation.
Yeah, when you're in the
Yeah.
formation, try to keep the same energy and vibe as everybody else, or else you might think they're going too slow or too fast.
Yeah, and then like for example, we are on the same line on the team, but if I'm too far, like we are not the same line.
Oh yeah.
So it's really,
yeah.
it looks
Think
different.
about where everyone is, where your frame is, your window, which is how you are between different
exactly.
people.
Yeah. If it's like a big group, then it's really important. If it's like 2 or 3, then it's not that big difference. But it's like more than 5 people, the line is really important things, and then the audience can tell like, oh, she's kind of off.
I really want to fix this. I don't understand.
He left.
Why is this so weird? Oh, can I? Oh, I can do this. Here, I got a.
No.
Oh no, I didn't do it. What? It's like totally on the camera for some reason. Okay, do the next point.
Oh. I was going to say something about it. The same line, keep same line. Oh yeah, and then when you check the right next person to you, but don't look them like this. Just use your eyes, like checking a little bit, and then keep dancing. Don't move your head like this. That's the point. And what's next? Don't stop if you messed up.
I guess I can.
Keep dancing.
Okay. It's stuck like that.
I'll
I'll have to Google it. Yeah, it won't open the capture.
Okay. Only one.
Okay, we'll have to edit this later. I'm gonna try to give us a little more headspace.
Hi.
Okay. So I can cut this later and we don't see this.
Oh yeah.
Right. We'll edit this later, but hopefully you guys can get away from this thing. Okay. So next up Don't Stop. Believe. All right. Don't stop if you mess up. This really big one. A lot of people when this is more for if you're in a group. If you mess up, even if you do the choreo wrong, whatever, just keep going. like it'll look worse if you just stop than if
Like act like you don't mess up. They mess up. You know?
Yeah.
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 So if you stop, that's really bad. It looks so bad. They're gonna focus on you. So you don't want them to focus on you anyway when you messed up. So
yeah. Just
keep going.
Keep going.
It's okay.
Catch back up
Yeah,
to you.
and then
Whatever
just
you got.
look at your friends, and then
Yeah.
oh, that's right, and then like kind of smiling.
And just keep moving.
Yeah,
Even if
just keep moving.
Even
it's
if you
okay.
forget the choreo that's
Yeah.
coming right up, just do something.
Yeah.
Keep moving. Don't freeze or
Yeah.
stop or panic.
Yeah.
Just keep
It's
moving
okay.
and then try to, just try to go with that same direction or whatever, and you'll pick it back up.
Yeah,
So,
that's fine.
the
Yeah,
next-
the mess up is totally fine. So yeah, don't panic.
and if you're freestyling, if you're doing your solo or just a freestyle part, you can't mess up. Okay,
Because there's no mess up.
Yeah, there's no mess up. So only you know what you're supposed to do. No one else knows.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if you're braking and you like crash, just keep going, right? We should already know. Just keep going. But yeah, if you're doing, I know people who do solos and they're like,
and then,
it's like we didn't know you messed up that trick.
And
So-
if you bump your shoulder with your friend, that's fine. You don't have to say sorry that time. You can say sorry after the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
just
step
like,
on their toe or do
whatever.
something.
Yeah,
Elbow
You
them
don't
in
have
the
to-
face.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens all the time.
Yeah,
So
I've been in
just let it
performances
go.
where
Yeah.
people bleed.
Yeah.
There's blood on the floor. Like they get hit in the nose. They do like a partner lift.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, there's blood all over the place but they didn't stop. They went like,
Yeah,
they just
and
go.
then, oh, you hit my man. You didn't say sorry. Not gonna happen. So it's
Yeah.
okay. So
I've destroyed my ankle. We went over this in the last episode, I believe, and I hit my ankle really hard against the table and it was really swollen. But I had to keep going, and even if I couldn't, I just kneeled down and pretend like nothing happened.
or probably someone
You know?
gonna attack you.
Yeah.
If they're really, excited, and then maybe come through and then like a
Yeah.
shoulder like this. But it's okay. It happens. So
Yeah.
just act like nothing happens, and they're just smiling. And probably they're gonna say sorry. Come to say sorry after the show, and they say, "Oh yeah, it's okay."
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just keep
So
a straight
just keep
face.
straight face, and then enjoying your show.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
All right, we're gonna get through this quick. At least me touching the camera has made it not go off. So we'll fix this for the next
Don't worry,
episode.
64%.
So we got-
no person.
But not the battery. It's just something's up with this. capture
What is
software.
this?
Wait, is it recording to the? It's actually saving it. Oh, that's interesting. It's saving this to the card. That's interesting. I didn't think it would do that. All right. Hopefully that footage comes out better. Okay, here we go.
So, yeah.
Here we go. When you're not dancing, you should still be focused. I call this the you're always on. Okay, you should remember you're always on. And this I yell or not yell, but I really hound my students about this when we do performance workshops.
Yelling, yeah.
So I teach students how to perform. And then we do it for like 10 weeks or something, and have a little choreography and some solos and stuff, and then we get to perform at like a student showcase, right? But the biggest thing and they always doing this, and I see it with non-beginners also. So this is a big tip. People in the background, right? There'll be, there's a lot of times where you might be like 4 people or whatever, or 10 people, but there'll be times where you're not dancing, right? You might be just at the back and there's 2 people or someone's solo. So when you're in the back, right, and I see people like, they're just like looking down or they're thinking or, some people.
Or they're watching the person solo.
They're watching the other person.
Yeah.
And they kind of forget what they're supposed to do the next thing. You gotta be paused. You're on. It's like same thing with tying your shoe. Don't just go down and tie your shoe. It's very distracting. I see people do it all the time. They're just kind of doing nothing, and it's like, they're just kind of just moving around just a little bit. It's not huge, but people get really distracted by that. You should be frozen.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, frozen, in whatever position you put yourself in, you better like it because you're in that position. You're not going to change, right?
And even like a hair will like this, don't touch your hair.
Don't touch the hair.
Yeah, only
don't touch.
If you stop here, then stop until next.
Yeah, if your shirt's up or something, you
whatever,
better wait till you better wait till you're moving and do that real quick.
Don't do like this or like this or whatever. Don't do it. Just
don't go pick up your prop in that time.
Exactly.
When you're in the background, when you're still part of the performance, and you're an accent to the person who's the people or person who's in the front. right?
And sometimes I get touch like no.
Yeah, people want to itch.
Really small thing,
Yeah.
but it's really big.
It's
like
huge.
It's really important.
And
things.
people always overlook it, and I always tell them all the time, like, I can see it distracted me when I'm watching. I see you just kind of look somewhere, like you just turn your head or something, but
it's really big though.
It's
actually.
really out of place because everything else is still. So when you move, it's like, what is that? What
Yeah,
movement
yeah,
is that?
exactly.
Right? Or the nose thing.
Yeah.
Those are all, right? Yeah, or fixing the hair. Those are the big ones.
Yeah,
right?
hair, the itching, the touching face.
Just still,
around,
you're frozen. You're a statue. That's like, what's it called? Like the what's that type of like interpretive thing where they're just like a statue, right? For like hours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
I have a friend who does it. He just
Mm-hmm.
it's like some sort of style of art, right? And they're just one position for
Mm-hmm.
hours, and that takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But you gotta take that little. You're only there for a couple seconds, but you better be that statue, okay? So you're always on, always, no matter what you're doing, okay? Even if you're off stage, I hear people all the time like, and like performance is still going on, but they're excited because their part's done, and then people in the audience can hear them backstage going,
Yeah. Yes.
No,
yes,
you're on until the lights are done, and you're you know. So
if you're on the stage once,
off the stage, in the shadows, even if you're in the shadows, even if you're not posed but you're on the side, don't move that curtain, don't peek out the curtain.
There's so
you
many
know,
people doing that. Yeah, and watching their show like this. No,
Yeah.
you are not an audience.
Yeah.
You're in a performance.
they can different angles can see that,
exactly.
right? If you're in the wings are the side of the stage where the curtains are.
So
you know?
if this side, these people can watch, right? The audience, this side can watch. Here, the people's doing.
Yeah, they can see it at a certain angle, and so don't be doing that. You know, always on, always on. Okay. I think this is the last one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did this pretty quick, so because we're trying not to have this camera die. All right, no one knows what you're supposed to do. Actually, we kind of went over this.
Freestyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Only freestyle.
So if you're freestyling
or solo, whatever.
But it can also be if you're doing something. We do this a lot because I do a certain style of choreography where it's more based on freestyle. So if you're doing a partner work or something like that where you're not doing the exact same thing, right? You're not doing choreography, traditional choreography where like, from my right hand's here, your right hand has to be there. We go here, you got to go there, right? Traditional choreo. If you're doing something that's like a partner work where we're interacting, we're doing the same beat or whatever, but you know, maybe she comes forward and I do a pose, or I get up and she, or different poses, ding, ding. If you mess up, people don't, that's the same thing. They don't know what you're supposed to do.
We just
only
we know.
us know, right? Just the people who are, but the audience doesn't know. So even if you mess up during that partner, like a turn or something where you're doing a partner where you're not doing the exact same motion, right? Just try to stay on the beat and no one's gonna know, okay?
No one's gonna know.
Yeah, so again, there's different types of performances. There's the live stage performances where you're on a stage and you got that one shot, one take. That's it. It's just whoever sees it sees it. There's no edits, nothing. Sometimes it's just the dancers and they're the main focus. Sometimes you're a backup dancer for a singer. Sometimes you have a band, so you're kind of both focused. That band thing is pretty detailed. You all the musicians can mess up too. Usually they don't, but someone can be off a little bit. But also you could be, if you're next to the drummer, you might hear the drummer more, or if you're next to the guitarist, you might hear that beat more. So there's difference. Is better in one way because you can kind of really hear sounds, right? You can pick it out. You can watch them and see the sounds, but also if you're close to one instrument, you might overhear or not be able to hear the other sound. You also got to be a bigger thing with bands that I've learned, because I dance with bands a lot, is they have really expensive instruments. They're not dancers. They don't know what you're doing. I do tricks on stage that's really small, and there's been 2 times where I've just slightly hit. One was a trombone and one was a bass, and they don't want you to scar up their $6,000 bass. Or if the trombone is really important because if his instrument's right next to his mouth, so if I hit it, it can break his teeth, right? So he got really pissed. But it's It was really tiny, but he wasn't in his mouth that time.
Okay.
But this thing goes like this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It goes so far out, and I don't know. He's not a dancer, and he doesn't know what I'm doing. So when he does this, I can't tell how far it's gonna go, and if he's going up or down or whatever.
And he hit you, or you hit him?
We both, but it was when it was in his mouth. But if it was, he told me if it was in his mouth, he has a little thing here, and it'll break his teeth if it goes back. So, you have to be really careful. I do a lot of turns because I'm freestyling.
He's so b-boy.
Yeah, so I do a lot of turns and have to use my small space, but I can't hit anybody. Even if it's not going to hurt them.
That is really hard.
You don't want to break their
focus on thing.
Yeah, you don't want to break their instrument or scratch in the middle of it,
Only one time I hit the drums with my arm. Because I was just dancing right in front of the drum, and then I just do use the arms, and then I just hit the drum.
The drum?
Make the symbol. It got. But they like it. They're laughing at it. So it was okay. But
yeah, but
careful.
You don't know if he was drumming at the same time, and that's your hand. So bands are really, really big deal.
Yeah.
Those are really more specific, but you might get it. So again, live stage. Yeah, dancer-focused ones where you're in a group or solo, where you're a backup dancer for a singer, or where you're kind of partnered with a band. And those are that one take, one shot, that's it, is live. Then you have the performances that are not live, that are usually TV, commercial, something like that, where you're going to have a lot of takes that really focus on a certain shot and how it comes out, so you can be really specific about it. And then you have that other side, which is music videos, which are same kind of deal. You get a lot of takes, but usually the camera's going crazy. The artist or the editor or producer, they're gonna pick out the shots they want. It might not be the shot you thought it was getting, so it's more of a
pretty bad.
Yeah, it's more of a mix up of what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So
So don't upset.
Yeah, different things, and the artist is always the main focus there. So.
Yeah.
Whereas a TV, you might be the main focus.
Yeah.
So. Just keep that in mind. And then just the tips real quick. So if you just joined in, this is what we went over. If you want to watch back. What to do when you're nervous. Stretching, warming up, and keeping warm before you get on. Keeping your mojo. So don't lose all your hype beforehand and go off and then not have that energy. Think about what you're going to do about props. If your props malfunction, if your hat flies off, if your shoelace is undone, if your hair's in your face, if your shirt came up, your pants are coming down, whatever. A lot of things happen. Okay, you're moving. Okay?
Yeah.
Thinking about the people that you're dancing with, keeping the line, keeping your windows.
And also audience
same
too.
vibe.
You gotta
How far are you going into the audience?
Yeah, exactly. And then where are they? Like if they're in a 360, you have to change it.
If they're in 360 or if
only just the front is fine, but if it's a 360, one person only see only your side, so you have to focus.
And sometimes you have sitting audience, and sometimes you have standing, moving. It might be a club or something like that, and those people will affect your space. So there's a lot to think about there.
So many focus on things.
Don't look down. Don't look down. Keep looking up. Some people like to look at the audience and look at their friends. I prefer not to. I kind of look above and the shoulder. Okay, so don't look down. Okay. If you mess up, don't stop. Keep going. If it's choreo, you can just pick back up, but just don't stop and freeze or give that kind of thing. If you're freestyling and you mess up, people probably won't know. Just don't go,
they don't know.
If you yell, they're like, ugh, or something like that, they're going to know. But if you don't, they're not.
It's okay.
Yep.
Yeah. They don't love it anyway.
Always be on. So when you're in the background, don't be moving. It's a big one. So you're always on. If you're backstage, don't be yelling. Don't be peeking in the curtains. Okay. And I think that's pretty much it, right? Okay. So if you guys enjoyed this, we'll be editing this. I know we have some weird stuff up here going on in this thing. We're trying to get better quality and fixing our live stream. So do we have any questions? I think we just had Panda here. So Good thing.
Panda?
I think that's Running Riot. Is that Running Riot? Who is that?
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see it.
I see pandas. It's not here. This thing is messed up.
Oh, no. No way.
Boom. Oh, yeah, he said, it's Running Riot.
Oh, no!
Okay. Thank you for coming, Running Riot, and whoever else is out there. Thank you guys so much. We had some technical difficulties yesterday. We're trying to get this new camera to work, and it's kind of working and kind of not. So, at least better quality, you know? So, we got that part. And we're just trying to fix things up. So, next week, we'll go over probably...
Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, we'll go over something. I'm not sure exactly what we'll try to keep it on Friday. We're going to maybe go over either business stuff in dance, or maybe we go over...
That's your thing then.
No, you can do it too. You'll know. As a, you know, it's like more kind of working in dance, or the business side. Or we can do, you know, something else. We'll think of something. We have a whole bunch of ideas, just thinking of what goes next. All right, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
As always, I'm Push.
Mio.
And we are Free Focus Dance. If you liked it, consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time. Next week, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Maybe.
Maybe, hopefully. That's it.